We must strip its defenses. Wear it down.
Oh, we're gonna wear that motherfucker down. Let's go. So I fully believe, I'm just gonna let you guys know my opinion of me being, shit. Of me being the Herald of Andraste. I fully believe that that is false. And I haven't seen any spoilers or anything to, you know, change my viewpoint of anything, but just by looking at... Oh, fuck, I thought I disrupted that. But just by looking at the... Whoa, of the woman that helped me get out of... okay, I need to go in here. By looking at the woman that helped me get out of... Oh, shit. No, that's not what I wanted. Wow, you're gonna die. That helped me get out of the rift. She has, like, the same figure as what we just saw of Divine Justinia. So I'm thinking that somehow the Divine helped me escape. That's fully what I believe. I don't think I am a herald of Andraste whatsoever. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen any spoilers at all about that, the whole Herald situation or anything. It's just what I've come to believe. And seeing Divine Destiny again, playing through this again, I can really see it. It does look to be that way. So, yeah. Don't know if I'm right or wrong, but that's just what I think. Get out of here. You guys have healing potions. Use them. Oh, Lord. Come on, we can take care of this guy right here. Dang, did he get powerful again? I think so.
Now, seal the rift.
Okay.
Do it.
Oh, look at me. I'm kind of bloody too. Like a bunch of savage beasts. Oh my god. Well, that was a fast little screen there. Why does it show me that, but then it has a black screen for so long? Come on, BioWare. And like I said, I am going to read any books that I pick up, because this is a playthrough for myself as well, and I want to make sure I do things right. Obviously, I'm going to explore. The way I do things might be disorganized. Like I said, it's my first playthrough, and we're just gonna basically do what I want. So.
Oh, I didn't know you were awake. I swear.
Why is he afraid?
Why are you frightened? What happened?
That's wrong, isn't it? I said the wrong thing.
No, you didn't.
I don't think so.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You're back in Haven, my lord. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
We are safe then, hopefully.
And the danger is over.
The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
No, it is really sad the way the elves get treated in the Dragon Age world. It's like a lot of racial discrimination. It's like, it's kind of like how, the attitudes towards race are right now, currently, obviously in the whole world. But it's like it changed once, you know, new species that are as smart as humans, or possibly even smarter, are introduced into the world. It's like humans no longer hate on each other as much. It's humans hating on other people, like other races. And it's just kind of sad that those prejudices can't be set aside no matter what. And we're going to read this. Patient observations. A vain hope. Someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Notes in case. Day 1. Clammy, shallow breathing. Pulse over fast. Not responsive. Pupils dilated. Mage says his scarring mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Wish we could station a Templar in here, just in case. So they are worried about me, and they have every right to be, because they don't know me. And I kind of had this, like, magic going on that, you know, is related to the rifts in the sky and all sorts of shit. So if I were them, I'd probably be just as cautious.
That's him. That's the Herald of Andraste. They said when he came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over him.
Hush. We shouldn't disturb him.
Alright, so instead of exploring this whole area right now, I'm just gonna go talk to Cassandra in the Chantry.
He stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
I heard he was supposed to close it entirely. Still, it's more than anyone else has done. Demons would have had us otherwise.
Yeah, don't complain. Ain't no one else could do anything about it. Lucky I'm here. Yeah, I'm gonna visit Cassandra and then we'll explore.
Chancellor Roderick says that the Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
Yep, then we'll explore once, what am I saying? Once we're done talking to her. We are gonna explore in here though. A chant for the departed. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water. As the moth sees light and goes toward flame, she should see fire and go towards light. The veil holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death. For the Maker shall be her beacon and her shield, her foundation and her sword. Transfigurations 10:1, often sung by mourners as they light candles. Stamina amulet, plus 10 max stamina, and that would be really useful. I'm gonna equip that shit. Do that, and I think I can also upgrade myself. Life ward amulet. When a blow is about to drop a character's health below 0, the amulet shatters and heals the character for the specified amount. Now that's really cool. Maybe I'll do that if I'm in like a boss fight or something. But like stats from the stamina amulet and other things like that are a bit more useful for me right now.
He should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe he is guilty.
The prisoner failed, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, he intended it this way.
I do not believe that.
That is not for you to decide. Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
So that guy, Chancellor Roderick, I think his name was, is kind of a dick. Like, he cannot accept the fact that I'm not guilty. I mean, granted, he doesn't know any better, but still, dude, like, knock that shit off. Ooh, heavy adventure armor and scout mail. So right now we have a mercenary coat. This looks like it does a lot more. Wow. Human trained only. And the scout mail is for a rogue. Maybe I'll give that to Varric. Yeah, that looks really cool. Yeah, I like that. Definitely cooler than this mercenary coat. Yeah, alright. Founding of the Chantry. Cordelis Draken, king of the city-state of Orlais, was a man of uncommon ambition. In the year -15 ancient, the young king began construction of a great temple dedicated to the Maker, and declared by its completion he would not only have united the warring city-states of the south, he would have brought Andrastian belief to the world. In -3 ancient, the temple was completed. There, in its heart, Draken knelt before the eternal flame of Andraste and was crowned ruler of the Empire of Orlais. His first act as emperor to declare the Chantry as the established Andrastian religion of the empire. It took 3 years and several hundred votes before Olessa of Montsimard was elected to lead the new Chantry. Upon her coronation as divine, she took the name Justinia, in honor of the disciple who recorded Andraste's songs. In that moment, the ancient era ended and the divine age began. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry scholar. So does that... Wow. So does that mean that the divine Justinia is, like, are we just now in the divine age? Like, is this a new era for us? I'm not entirely sure of, like, the history behind Dragon Age as much. I gotta read this. Chantry hierarchy. The divine is the titular head of the Chantry. Although since the schism split the Imperial Chantry into its own faction, there are now in fact 2 divines at any one time. One divine, informally called the White Divine, is a woman housed in the Grand Cathedral in Val Royeaux. The other, known as the Black Divine, is a man housed in the Argent Spire in Minthras. Neither divine recognizes the existence of the other, and the informal names are considered sacrilegious. No matter the gender, a divine is addressed as Most Holy or Your Perfection. Beneath the rank of divine is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over numerous chantries and represents the highest religious authority for their region. They travel to Val Royeaux when the College of Clerics convenes, but otherwise remain where they are assigned. All Grand Clerics are addressed as Your Grace. So I think that's what the guy up there that's talking to Cassandra is. Beneath the Grand Cleric is the Mother, or in the Imperial Chantry, the Father. If a mother is in charge of a particular chantry, revered is appended to her title. These are the priests responsible for administering to the spiritual well-being of their flock. A mother, or revered mother, is addressed as Your Reverence. Brothers and sisters form the rank and file of the chantry and consist of 3 main groups: affirmed, initiates, and clerics. Affirmed are the lay brethren of the chantry, those regular folk who have turned to the chantry for succor. Often they are people who have led a difficult or irreligious life and have chosen to go into seclusion, or even orphans and similar unfortunates who were raised into chantry life. The affirmed take care of the chantry and are in turn afforded a life of quiet contemplation, no questions asked. Only those folk who take vows become initiates. These are men and women in training, whether in academic knowledge or the martial skills of a warrior. All initiates receive an academic education, although only those who seek to become Templars learn how to fight in addition. Clerics are the true academics of the Chantry. Those men and women who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge. They are often found in Chantry archives, sages presiding over libraries of books and arcane knowledge. The most senior of these clerics, placed in charge of such archives, are given the title Elder, although such a rank is still beneath that of a mother. All other brothers and sisters are addressed simply by noting their title before their name, such as Brother Genitivi. From a guide from ambassadors from Ravane. So I hope nobody minds that I'm reading all those, but I think it's really interesting, and I hope I'm reading them well enough that you guys can still be entertained. But I do think it is rather interesting to take a look at everything that's there. We're gonna light this place up. So I might as well take that ring of flanking, you know? Because I don't have any other rings, so something's better than nothing. Enemies drop unique collectibles, bring them to the researcher to learn more about your foes and earn combat bonuses, I think.
I believe Seeker Pentagast was looking for you.
Fair enough. Do I have any research?
We will study that. If you find anything, please bring it in.
So I gave them something. The Children of Andraste. There are many misconceptions regarding Andraste's bloodline, Monsieur. This is due, I should think, to a general lack of knowledge regarding Andraste's mortal life. Understandable, considering the many cults that arose following her death. Everyone sought to claim Our Lady for their own culture, or claim some aspect of her existence was a lie. All of them complete fabrications. My order has done considerable research to ascertain the truth. We all know Andraste and the Betrayer raised 5 children. The eldest 3 were sons. Izareth, Ivrian, and Verald. The rule of what was once southern Tevinter was split among them. Izareth was given the west, what is today Orlais. Ivrian was given the east, what is today the Free Marches. Verald was given the central Planocene, what is today Navarra. What became of these men and their legacies is the stuff of legend, and the majority of the claimants to Andraste's bloodline link back to one of them. None of the 3 sons, however, were born of Andraste. They were born of the Betrayer's concubine, Gillivan. People choose to overlook the fact that Andraste came from the Alamari tribesmen, and that they were barbarians, not the Feraldans we know today. They were savage warriors who took concubines in addition to their wives, and because Andraste was thought to be too weak to bear children, the Betrayer took Gillivan to provide him heirs, which she did. After her death, the sons were raised as Andraste's own. Later in life, Andraste proved predictions wrong and had 2 daughters by the Betrayer, Ibris and Vivial. They were kept out of the public eye and not permitted to marry, though both had consorts. Ibris had but one child, Ali Vimar, who perished on a voyage to Denerim, less than a month after her mother fell to plague and without children of her own. The young daughter, Vivial, was more controversial, a strong-headed woman who defied her family by falling in love with a mage of Tevinter, Regulin. Vivial and Regulin went into self-imposed exile, as the Exalted March began, and into hiding following Andraste's betrayal and murder. What became of Vivial and her descendants is largely unknown for one primary reason. She had only daughters. Each of those daughters only had daughters. They married into other families and took other names, and in the chaos of the Second Blight, all traces of survivors were lost. Andraste's true bloodline, if it exists, lies solely in the descendants of Vivial, and the suspicion of my order is that it produces only daughters. Thus, the claims of your young man, Sir, are highly suspect. And I'm going to apologize right now. From a letter by Sister Galena of the Augustan Order, Dragon 912. I'm going to apologize right now. I'm probably going to butcher a lot of names and places. Like, I'm not good at pronouncing that stuff. Just saying. So we're learning a lot about the Chantry and, like, Andraste and everything. The Maker. There was no word, for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out, the first word, and his word became all that might be, dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities, and from it made his firstborn. And he said to them, in my image I forged you, to you I give dominion, over all that exists. By your will may all things be done. Then, in the center of heaven, he called forth, a city with towers of gold, streets with music for cobblestones, and banners which flew without wind. There he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. The children of the Maker gathered before his golden throne, and sang hymns of praise unending. But there were the songs of cobblestones. They shone with golden light, reflected from the Maker's throne. They held forth the banners that flew on their own. And the voice of the Maker shook the fade, saying, in my image I have wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all that exists. By your will all things are done. Yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever-changing. And he knew he had wrought amiss. So the Maker turned from his firstborn, and took from the fade a measure of its living flesh, and placed it apart from the spirits, and spoke to it, saying, here I decree a position in all things, for earth, sky, for winter, summer, for darkness, light. By my will alone is balance sundered, and the world given new life. And no longer was it formless, ever-changing, but held fast, immutable, with words for heaven and for earth, sea and sky. At last did the Maker from the living world make men, immutable as the substance of the earth, with souls made of dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. Then the Maker said, to you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the fade I crafted you, and to the fade you shall return, each night in dreams, that you may always remember me. And then the Maker sealed the gates of the golden city, and there he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. Canticle of Thrinodes, 5:1-8. Very interesting, and it was a very long read. Alright, so I think that was the last door. Let me just double check there's nothing I can loot. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what they have to say.